Hi, my name is Corey Thomas, and today I'd like to talk to you about Norse mythology. We all know the Marvel hero Thor and his mighty and mythical hammer, Mjolnir. And we all know that the only reason why he was able to wield it was because he was worthy. Well, what if I were to tell you that the hammer had nothing to do with being worthy? Just, it had a very small handle, and he was the only god who could wield it because he was known as the strongest god. This is one of the many reasons why I enjoy Norse mythology is because of one, the myths, which are very interesting to me, and also Norse mythology, like other religions, has the creation of the universe, it has complex gods along with the creation of realms, and it also has the destruction of the world, which will be Ragnarok. And as I've said, in most every belief, they have their own form of creation or cosmology. From NorseMythology.com, or .org, I'm sorry. The world was first fire and ice, and there were only a few giants who occupied the realm, which was everything at that time. One of these giants was Ymir, and there were two other giants who brought forth the half-giant gods, Odin, Vili, and Ve. Well, as you can see here, this right here is Ymir, and he's being tackled and fighting three brothers, which are Odin, Vili, and Ve. Well, after they slay Ymir, they make his body into the World Tree, which then houses all 9 realms, which we will talk about in the next section, where they bring forth more gods and realms. From Bora and Bestala came Odin and the other gods of Azure, which is Thor, Frigg, Tyr, and Heimdall. And then there were also the gods of Varnir, Frey, and Freyr. There were also many more in this, but not many are very well known. There were also 9 realms that came with it. And these 9 realms were Midgard, Asgard, Vanaheim, Jotunheim, Niflheim, Muspelheim, Alfheim, Nidavellir, and Hel. And as I said before, gods were very complex. They had human emotion, behavior, and characteristics that defined them. And one of these characteristics was bravery, as Tyr was known as the bravest god because, as you can see here, he's sticking his hand inside of a wolf's mouth. This wolf is Fenrir, who will be very important in the next point, for he was one of the beings who brought forth Ragnarok. Ragnarok is the destruction of everything and the death of the gods. This happened whenever the children of Loki, Fenrir, Jormungandr, and Hel come free of their bonds and take their wrath upon the gods. And here is a depiction of Ragnarok, where you can see Fenrir and Jormungandr, and here is Odin. Fenrir will kill Odin, Thor will kill Fenrir, and Jormungandr and Thor will kill one another. And at the end of this fight, all of the gods and all of the children of Loki die, and the world is plunged into eternal darkness and destruction. And so, the creation of the world, gods and realms, and destruction of the world are all characteristics that help kind of make Norse mythology a bit more different than others, because Norse mythology is very similar to other mythologies and other religions because they have their own cosmology, their own complex gods, and they have their own end of the world. And I'd like to end with why Odin is one-eyed. Well, Odin went to a well of Myr, which he had to because the god Loki, being his mischievous self, had 3 children with a giantess, Angrboda. Well, these 3 children were prophesied to be the destruction, to lead to the destruction of the world, Ragnarok. And from this, Odin decided that it would be best for him to know what would happen and the best way to deal with it, so he went to the Well of Mir. Whenever he did, the price for knowing and having the knowledge is paying with his eye. And that's why he is known as the one-eyed god. Or he is seen as the one-eyed god in modern culture and within the rest of the mythology. Thank you for your time. All of the sources that I have used can be seen below. Thank you.